We're here at Prince's Park for the fixture against Millwall Lionesses. Arsenal are top of Group D and definite qualifier, so I'm sure we'll see some youngsters play on the field today. It's the final game before the end of the year and it is coming up to Christmas, so of course I caught up with Leah Williamson earlier this week to speak all things Christmas and growing up in football.
I was just always like quite aggressive natured when I was younger, and I loved like just messing about with the boys on the playground. They was playing football, so I'm like, okay, I'll play football too, kind of thing. My mum played football, so
really? Did she play? Who did she play for, may I ask?
She used to play for Milton Keynes, but they actually, I've got a newspaper clipping. They knocked Arsenal out the FA Cup back in the day, and my mum scored. So it's literally like in a newspaper clipping.
You got it framed up in your house?
Not framed. She ain't got that much. I'm like, okay, it's one day, mum. But no, yeah. So it's obviously my dad played football and stuff too. But I mean, to actually have my mum there who used to play football, it's really important to me. She's played netball as well, but like I say, football was just a bit more for me because I was just a bit rough and tumble when I was younger.
So you said you played with most of the boys in the playground. So like, how did that transition into saying I want to do this professionally or get into playing it more often? But did you, in saying that as well, did you ever play with girls when you were younger? Was it always in a boys' team?
No, so my first team was a boys' team. My mum's mate from school was setting up a team. So she was kind of like, you're going to take my daughter. But he said, to be fair to him, he said she can only join if she's good enough. Yeah. So straight away I was kind of like, okay, like, yeah, I better bring my A game. But yeah, so I played for 1 year. I was only 6, by the way, so it's very competitive for a year under 6 team. But yes, I went down, played for a year with the boys, and then I got scouted in my first year by a girls' team. So I went to a centre of excellence called Russian and Diamonds. They're still about now, but back then they were a much bigger team, so it was a really good setup. And then I came to Arsenal when I was 9. But to be honest, it was never a thing. You couldn't be a professional footballer. You know, there was people, Kelly Smith, Rachel Yankee, Faye White, Emma Byrne, people like that. Then Alex, who obviously I ended up in a team with and stuff. They were obviously doing amazing, but it still wasn't. It wasn't
a full-time job, yeah.
To be the best, to be able to live off it, kind of thing. So it was always a bit of a risk to carry on, but I just kind of took the risk, to be fair. And then at one point I did sort of have a bit of a wobble and thought, is this maybe not for me? Do I need to focus on my studies and things like that? But my dad always said to me, just keep going. I promise, like, one day you'll be able to live off it. And then literally the year I left school, so when I finished my A-levels at sixth form, I turned professional with Arsenal here, and it's
like perfect timing.
Yeah, like I'm obviously so lucky.
At 16, most of us are like handing out our CVs in shops.
You know, I've never even made a CV.
No way.
Never even made
it. It was written in the stars.
I better get my act together for after football, but yeah, for now I'm living the dream.
If you could choose like any player that you would love to play alongside, who would it be? Like, first of all, I would love to know a male player you'd love to play alongside.
From any
league, any team, any era.
I mean, do you know what? I'm actually having quite a few comparisons to Tony Adams right now, so that would have been interesting. That would have been interesting. But for me, Thierry Henry was always just my. I thought he was the best thing ever. So to be on the same team as him, to be a teammate, that would have been pretty special. But yeah, as a defender, I'm getting quite a few comparisons to Tony Adams. So
what a comparison!
Yeah, I'm not quite sure on it yet. I don't think I've quite earned that status. But yeah,
plenty of clean sheets under your belt. So
yeah, clean sheets. People love statistics. So yeah, that's a big thing for me. But yeah, I mean, everybody knows I'm more of an attacking centre back, but I don't even think that's a thing. So I need to be, as soon as I've nailed that defensive part. But yeah, we seem to be doing all right this year. So yeah, maybe me and Tony Adams be a good partnership.
And luckily for you, you've played alongside with some of the biggest names in women's football. But like, it may be hard to pick because you probably played with them already. But who would be like the dream female football player that you would love to play alongside? To
tick playing in the same team as Kelly off my list. You know, Kelly Smith was my idol when I was younger. That's who I wanted to. You know, I wanted to be as good as her on the football pitch. So that was pretty special to me. But obviously now to be in the same team as Viv, Kim, Jordan, players like that, you know, who are at the top of their game, you know. We have so much talent. But like you say, I've been so fortunate for who I've played with. But yeah, I mean, Kelly just tops my list because she was the one I always wanted to make it in time to play with. So,
Getting into the Christmas spirit, I have to ask you this. Growing up, like as a child, what was the best Christmas present you ever received?
Oh, that's a really good question. To be fair, I love my music, and I don't know if it was. I think it must have been Christmas. I had a cassette player, but then I got a CD player.
Oh, the upgrade.
Yeah, so I got 2 CDs. I got Enrique Iglesias.
Wow.
My mum got Deep, and Leanne Rimes. People probably don't even know who she is, but
I loved Leanne Rimes.
she's honestly still to this day. That's my pre-match playlist.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah. So that for me, I literally have every single picture from when I got it. I have my headphones on and my little CD player. Yeah, but to be fair, there's one. I got a present once. All I wanted was a red Power Ranger suit, and when I got it, I was Power Rangers. If you and you wanted to be the red one because obviously Arsenal, whatever. So yeah, when I got that, I was pretty happy too.
In saying that now, like what would be what's on the top of your list this year?
Oh, good question. See, now I'm getting older. I know I'm only 21. I've got to be practical, and I need some slippers.
Are you joking? You can literally pop into like down the local shop and get a pair of slippers.
It's something you don't want to get yourself. So I'm like, slippers. Yeah, that's top of my list. Sorry to be boring.
It's how time changes though as you get older. And lastly, what is your favourite part about Christmas? What is the favourite part?
Favourite part about Christmas? Family time. Yeah. Everyone comes home. All my cousins with such a tight-knit family, and they all went off to uni and everything and left me. Yeah. So Christmas is the only time that everybody came back together. So I used to love it. But yeah, obviously presents as well. I mean, obviously now I'm getting older.
Slippers and that.
Now I'm getting older. I prefer giving to other people. But yeah, getting presents and everything is just magical, isn't it?
The game finishes 3-1 here at Prince's Park with goals from Vivian Miedema, Ruby Grant on her first team debut, and our feature player this week, Leah Williamson. Joe, another impressive win once again coming out of the blocks in the second half. A great team talk, I'm guessing, at half time to get the players back in the game.
Yeah, look, the result might show that we weren't in the game, but I didn't think we were ever out of the game in terms of the way we were playing. I mean, obviously they didn't really have an effect on goal, and they were 1-0 up. So that's football, and that's the beauty of football. And we need to be better on those sort of things. Obviously, they must have got lost in translation at the back there with the goal. But look, it's an opportunity to play a lot of young players and showcase them, and it was good to see.
Speaking of the young players, 2 of their players made their debuts today, and Ruby Grant, a goal on her debut. That must be an impressive result for you as an academy player.
Look, it's great. I mean, and the good thing about it is that they're really taking to the positional play we're trying to endorse, and especially in the second half, we had to fix a few things. I think it was a bit more excitement in the first half. They were running out of positions and running in areas where they shouldn't have, and in the second half we fixed that, and it was a better second half.
So a definite ultimate qualification now out of Group D. How are we looking for the rest of the Continental Cup? Are we looking like contenders for both leagues this season?
Every game we play, every competition we play, we want to win, and it's important we win playing the way we want to play, and our style, and it's great that we were able to rest some players. From the Man City sort of scenario, we started sort of resting players around that area, and it was good that we could give players an opportunity to rest, and also bring the young kids in to start giving them the opportunities.
Thank you so much, Joe.
Pleasure.